This is a presentation of the Badlands Media Network. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Slightly late. I had some great interaction on the chat. Totally forgot about the last little bit of prep that I needed to do to make sure the show went out over the air. So I'm hoping everything is good. And it just so happens to be the day when I'm testing out a different little lighting concept. It finally occurred to me that, the light that I have and the camera and everything is being overwhelmed by the lights. So it's not displaying good color. And it just, hey, took me longer than it should have to figure out this fact. But hey, I think the coloration looks a little bit better, right? And oh, nice shirt. So you can see me. Yeah, it's Cinco de Mayo. And I said, I'm going to do a different shirt today to see if it draws any attention. And of course, leave it to Dina to make the proper notation. Good morning to everybody. This is May 5th, 2023, and episode 80 of the Rattler-Gator Report. So pleased to have you join me wherever you're listening or viewing from around the globe. I am scrambling. I was in Orlando yesterday, Jacksonville the day before, and you just constantly, as you get 60 plus, get reminders that, hey, homeboy, you can't rock and roll like you used to, and you need a little bit of recovery time. And oh, by the way, you're also doing this do-it-yourself diabetes protocol, and these different things affect you differently, and you're just determining that as you do a process of elimination, etc. I think it was Diana yesterday who said something about, hey, man, you're going to have to give up the sugar. And I think I am going to probably, as a test, try and do a month long giving up the sugar and then do the test after to see what difference it makes in how I feel and what the numbers say and all that good stuff. But that being said, I want to give kudos to Eurythmic for making an outstanding prompt. And I said, y'all are killing me, you and Flying Storm. No. You're pleasing the hell out of me. That's exactly what I want from chat. Some sort of prompt, something you may have seen, want to talk about, etc. That is outstanding stuff. And me scrambling around, often I am not able to track and see what I would like to track and see. General Flynn is, as I said in the chat, one of only two people on God's green earth I give maximum dap to, and the other is Donald Trump. So anything that he writes or says is of interest to me. So no, very pleased about that. And in fact, I think I might. He did the Western Journal. I think it is worthy to have some type discussion, at least. Y'all see what's in the chat. We can talk about what's in the chat. That's fine too. But if I had not been tardy, I would have pulled up his piece in the Western Journal, and then I would be showing it to you on the screen. So let me go find it. Interesting headline in the Western Journal that greets me. Donald Trump Jr. says Fox News execs are livid with him, and he got a 2-word warning. Yeah, that's good. We don't give a damn about Fox News executives. I am looking for that commentary from General Flynn. Yeah, there it is. With a really provocative title. We're not going to win in 2024. Yes, hell we are. So let me see if I can pull off this full screen share while I check the chat as well. I'm going to prep the presentation of this screen full. And let's see, there we go. Just makes it nice and easy. But first, let me just again say hello to everybody who's joining us. Hit that like and all that good stuff. We had we're still trying to normalize and stabilize the network, and we do have growing pains and different interests and all that good stuff that we want to celebrate. But we have to figure out the balance, with the advertising and the interaction with y'all and all that good stuff. We're not breaking off. No. That's not going to happen. No. We are not breaking up. This reminds me, again, I'm a Florida boy. Some of you in South Florida may be Florida boys as well, but statewide, if you're a longtime resident, you remember there was this huge influx of Cubans, okay? And there was a popular little bumper sticker saying, "Will the last American to leave Miami please bring the flag?" Now, to me and my way of thinking, that's bullshit. We're not running away from any damn thing, and we're not going to secede and form something with like-minded unions. We are going to hold to the Constitution. We're going to take back that which is ours, and we're going to crush this infiltration. That's what the fuck we're going to do. This talk about, pisses me off. I just don't go down that road. Not with me. Do not dare go down that road. Counties trying to link up with other states, that's a different matter. Difficult too, but a totally different matter. Trump is going to win. The win is going to be acknowledged. We are going to crush this bullshit. Good morning, Kinship. Net Folks 1, Joe 04. Dina, good morning. Yeah, listen, here's the thing. Flying Storm, here's the thing. American politics, we really have to get, people just don't seem to understand how our politics work and how our sap-sucking adversary is able to take advantage of stuff. But there are things you should be concerned about and things you shouldn't be concerned about. You need to understand how important it was for Donald Trump and the Freedom Caucus to get essential control of the House and agreement with the Speaker of the House. That Senate bullshit, we got the block. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, the lighting is, you think you just plug a camera in and you just, no. You have to be concerned with certain, okay, what is going on here? I look a little weird. The lighting looks a little weird. And it's like, okay. I agree, it does look better. It looks better to me anyway. You like the shirt too. Hey, it's Cinco de Mayo. I may have to get out in the wind a little bit today, have a little bit of fun. Hopefully not too much fun. Noise. Sydney, Australia, welcome. Man, I've got to get to Australia one of these days. I'm very fond of the Australians. Maggie, good morning. And hello from Indianapolis. Naptown, I got to get up there. I have first cousins who moved to Indianapolis, done very well for themselves years ago, and but I've never visited Indianapolis. You love when I'm spunky. Thank you very much, Maggie. Yeah, it does look much better. I Let me go ahead and do this before I forget. You know, I will be off track all day talking back and forth with the chat. Totally forget about my ads. Totally forget about everything. So let me share this screen in case y'all haven't seen. I had I had planned on trying to do some type interaction with Dawson S. Field tweets. I think I'll just move that to Monday. I had also planned on, if possible, if time permitted, walking through my private Substacks and then the Substack done for Badlands, just to get that out of the way. I don't know that we've one by one talked about them briefly. And so I thought, you know what, I need to do that because it does look like we're reaching a critical mass of certain things. You get a sense. I had a friend text me yesterday. It's like, it looks like it's close to go time. And I do agree, especially on the banking issue. I don't know that it's going to be a go time where everything is encapsulated and one domino rapidly flows from another. I don't know if that's the case. I'm doubtful. But something really does seem to be happening. So here's the screen share and General Flynn's article. Um, just the first little bit I will read. General Flynn is saying, have we lost America to a Marxist communist movement? Are we in an unrecoverable tailspin toward our nation's demise? Why have I asked these questions, you ask? Is it because the Marxist left has so corrupted America and its election system that it appears no Republican candidate can win in 2024? There, I said it. It won't happen. Instead, these next 2 years will not simply be the same as the past two, they will be far worse. The election system in our country is practically in every single state is simply broken and fosters little trust among the voting population. And the Marxists love it. You can blame it on machines, mail in ballots, ballot harvesting, or some other means of voting irregularity, all of which are symptoms of a far greater problem: the deep seated corruption of our federal level political class that filters down to every county. The political class has practically shredded our Constitution and destroyed any modicum of freedom being held together by those constitutional remnants. The destruction of America's heritage and ideals has been a goal of the left for over 100 years. But the election of Barack Obama vastly accelerated these efforts, which were by and large unopposed and certainly unrecognized by the Republican Party. Now, I agree with our general on that 100%. I'm going to leave the reading of that article to you. Eurythmic put a link in the chat. I did want to briefly just mention these 10 trends. Number one, we no longer have free and fair elections. Number two, we do not appear to have a Supreme Court that cares about election fraud allegations. Not sure about that. Number three, we have allowed our intelligence agencies to work with one party to help deliver an election to its candidate by literally suppressing the freedom of speech of countless Americans, and those agencies suffered no consequences. That is unquestionably true to a certain degree. Number four, the President of the United States has been severely compromised by our leading adversary, but not even the GOP will hold him accountable. Number five, we have allowed the weaponization of the federal government to a degree our founders would not even recognize. Agreed. Number six, the return to race-based policies is destroying the American ideal. Agreed. Number seven, both political parties are following a foreign policy doctrine whose central theme is the concentration of power among global elites at the expense of American sovereignty. Agreed. Number eight, America's founding Christian culture is not just being attacked, but it is under total assault and will soon disappear. I agree and disagree. It is not going to disappear. Look, you understand reading this. General Flynn is laying down the warning and challenging to every one of us. Get up off your ass. The time is now. Get up off your ass. Number 9, women's sports are being taken over by fake women while real women lose college scholarships, national championships, and Olympic team spots. Agreed. Number 10, we have an energy policy leading to conditions reminiscent of the 1800s. The use of illegal federal laws and regulations to stop or restrict the drilling, transportation, refining, and selling of gas and oil will result in corporations ceasing to invest in these energy sources. Agreed. Now, I'm going to come back and just say, let's talk about this war, right? I keep saying this because it appears to me I have to keep saying it. People get it and they don't get it. Don Serber today, and look, I don't apologize for constantly mentioning Don Serber. He writes so well. I mean, he chooses topics, and yeah, I'm wondering, will I get off track? Too off track if I go to Don. I think what I'm just going to do is just put a link in the chat. Do I have it on the other? I think I'll put a link in the chat, and you can read him at your leisure. Lord have mercy. He once again has a good column, and it has a lead. Give me a minute as I post it in the chat. I want to get rid of the little email tracker. You know, when you do these internet addresses and you're sending something to someone, they will often have a question mark in the address. That is your clue. Everything after that is the tracker. And if you want to eliminate the tracker, just delete everything at the question mark and after. And then you just have the device, and you don't add to their little tracking capability. But I'm just gonna have to share my screen. I think I put the thing in there, and yeah, I don't want to confuse myself any more than I normally do, and especially when scrambling like this. And I've got multiple. I don't know why I feel the need to explain to you my confusion, but I do, and I know that you will be patient with me as I remind you of my humanity. My humanity. Let me go ahead and share this. And just go ahead, because it's just going to nag at me if I don't. His Keeping Us Confused is the title of his column today. And I like that he has a Sun Tzu quote, because, of course, it plays into me and what I keep saying to you, what I think so many on our network are saying, and probably many of your friends who are at least awake to what the hell's been happening. The quote is, "The whole secret lies in confusing the enemy so that he cannot fathom our real intent." Okay? That is what Team Trump has been doing from the very beginning. And you cannot do that without um, without confusing us. You know, I just got a prompt from a damn laptop that battery saver is on. It's like, oh, the last thing I want to happen is this damn thing go out in the middle of the show. So I have to go find my charger. That means I probably need to find a quick little video to play. And if I had found that Victor Davis Hanson short, that would be perfect. But I didn't. So I'm just going to find something to theoretically engage you. I have to make sure I'm in the right account though, because different accounts bring up, and I'm in the wrong account. Okay, switch. That is the right account. I'm tempted to play for y'all. There's this little black soap opera thing this boy out of Atlanta is doing that my unserious side is periodically tracking and laughing at. It's very soap opera-ish. I'm tempted to play some of that for you, but it's like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. Um, what can I find? Because I have to go get my power cord. This is the whole point of why I'm scrambling to find something. Yeah. Jason Whitlock had a quick little comment on Bill Maher. I think I'll play that for you. And hold on, Bill. And I need to increase the screen or something. And I can't figure out how to do that. It's always something. Always something. Stop. I'm switching. Okay, shut up, shut up, shut up. I hope, as I scramble to go find my power cord, I hope I didn't totally throw y'all off. Uh, Still no sound on the video. Damn. I took off the sound Uh, anyway, um, maybe I should just go back and play the damn thing again so you can at least hear it. Share the screen with the sound. That's what I will do.
Rock liberalism was, we are striving to be a colorblind society where we don't see race. Of course, we see it, but it doesn't matter. That's not what woke is. Woke is something very different. It's identity. We see it all the time. It's always the most important thing. I don't think that's liberalism. I mean, I could mention so many issues like that.
It is liberalism now, and I wish that Bill would fully acknowledge it. He's got these golden handcuffs, this brand he's got that I'm a liberal and I'm on the left and I hate Republicans. And the only reason why he won't fully jump ship is because he knows it'll cost him money. Golden handcuffs that keep you attached to lies. He knows which side is evil. He just can't say it out loud.
5, 10 years.
All right, let me stop sharing and let me hope I am back on the good foot in terms of you can hear me. I don't have these issues. One day, exactly, Flying Storm, one day. But I plugged up the cord. I found the cord. And again, I have certainly learned that these little snafus, they fit. They fit with the show. So, anywho, it's Cinco de Mayo. All right, that's my excuse. I have not had anything to drink. But yeah, this thing about, we can't overwhelm the algorithms. I fully believe, I have faith. And, General Flynn, because he's part of the battle plan, we are force multipliers as part of this nation they are fighting on behalf of. They are driving the train. They have roles to play, things they need to say to advance the battle. We have a different role. And primarily it's support, local action, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm not, what am I trying to say to you? There's an approach that says we can engage the battle in exactly the fashion these sapsuckers have engaged the battle, overwhelm these little mail-in ballot boxes with fakery. My thing is to come out in massive numbers to vote. And they've seen how they do what they do, to me, unquestionably. They've got unsealed indictments. They know the wrongdoers, and they've tested. This was going to be part of my Dawson S. Field thing today. We'll talk about it Monday. I'll have links to some threads I'm going to want you to read, and I'll probably just roll through them on the show, because there is so much that has happened since Donald Trump came down that escalator. You will not possibly be able to keep up with it. I certainly haven't been able to. But you find some crumb, some thread, and you follow. And it's just they're very interesting reminders. And to me, one of the humongous reminders, I got to do the ad, don't I? One of the huge reminders is there really is something of a spy versus spy competition here. There really is a serious Defense Intelligence Agency versus Central Intelligence Agency battle going on. General Flynn versus John Brennan. I really believe that. So, let me get to these ads that I am beholden to gladly, because they do support our operation here. And we do not want to ignore them, right? First up, I've seen my orders, and first up is our friend Kirk Elliott.
Silicon Valley Bank debacle demonstrated just how fragile our banking system can be. We don't know what the future holds, but history has shown us that physical gold and silver are a reliable store of value to protect your wealth. Don't let fear of the unknown paralyze you. Take the first step towards securing your financial future. Reach out to Kirk and his team at kirkelliottphd.com/badlands. That's kirkelliottphd.com/badlands.
Yeah, Kirk Elliott, and the risky universe we live in, and it makes me, while thinking about metals, gold and silver, et cetera, whatever we're going to do when we transition away from fiat money, and we absolutely are transitioning away from fiat money, metals is almost certainly going to play a role in that transition. I'm just still thinking about Donald Trump first coming into office, Steve Mnuchin, and them talking about China, but also Main Street versus Wall Street. And I saw the point made the other day that when you really think about it, they're talking about regional banks as some form of word warfare, because it's not really regional banks the way we would think of regional banks. These are specialized banks, most often utilized by globalists or people who operate on the global scene, not people who are operating in the Jacksonville, Florida area, or Columbus, Ohio, or Austin, Texas, this kind of thing. So, yeah, I think there's a plan, and it will severely impact Wall Street. But Main Street is going to return to a proper role in the American commercial universe, to me. So, next up on the ad block is our friend Mike Lindell. And you all know Mike is really pushing some of these specials he has. So take a look. Are you getting a great night's sleep, ladies and gentlemen? If you aren't, it's time to upgrade your bed with the My Mattress Topper 2.0 from our friends at MyPillow. My Mattress 2.0 has all kinds of technological advances to benefit you and your sleeping habits. This technology offers dynamic responses to your body's natural movements. It provides superior support as well as reducing partner disturbance. And I swear that line makes me want to bust out laughing every time. Reduces partner disturbance. My goodness. The My Mattress Topper's inner springs transfers heat more efficiently and creates a channel for airflow to better regulate your sleeping temperatures. The My Mattress Topper 2.0 comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. You can get your My Mattress Topper 2.0 for as low as $219.59 with the promo code Badlands. Just go to mypillow.com/Badlands for discounts on all MyPillow products, and check out Badlands Marketplace on badlandsmedia.tv, where you'll find MyPillow and a growing number of America First businesses listed. Please help us build our parallel American economy by shopping America First. Now, we've got on the network, I guess I want to ask y'all, the topic has come up on the network. There are these intros, there are these outros, there are tactics people use to do these ads and all this, that, and the other. I'm just wondering, for those of you willing to give a quick comment in the chat and you consume product on this network, what do you think about those intros? What do you think about those outros that they do? The little standard video to lead a show or exit a show. Does it matter to you? Does it have any impact on you? I know some people are anti-ads. I have a certain approach to ads, and when I'm watching content, on video, and it can quite often be situation specific, where I am and what I'm doing, whether I'm open to ads or antagonistic to ads. Very personal. So I imagine that's the case with you, but I'm just curious, what do y'all think? We've really got active discussion in the chat. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Brennan and Clapper are going to be deposed by House Judiciary. Okay, that's a worthy moment right there. I'm probably too far away in terms of the mic and the camera. I want to get back to using my damn Yeti. I do love that microphone. I just have to test it this weekend, and I haven't dared test it this week until I get through these shows. I'm going to get back to it, and it does a much better job, but Biden naming Kamala the AI czar is another thing that says, yeah, we're dealing with some manipulated scripts here. Yeah, good tune works for you. Okay, Joe. It doesn't matter. You like the intros. You like the intro I have. Okay. Ads pay the bills. Yeah, Darth Cajun. I tell people, I've just been, frankly, you have things going on in your life, and you just have to say, I'm not just going to worry about certain things. These are the things I have to focus on, have to take time to think about, and I can't be obsessive. But yeah, I've purchased the Adobe Creative full suite. I am, in my own humble opinion, creative. And I should be able to do far better. I anticipate doing far better. But I do like this. I have to admit, I do like some of the scrambling, the way y'all are just all accepting of allowing it. Oh, that's an interesting idea. A test show for discussion regarding audio and video experiments. I tell you what, I saw something yesterday. Wow, Jordan Sabbath had some kind of camera. I don't know what the hell that thing was, but it was like, wow, that's a high level. He looks beautiful. The image was just beautiful. I think even John had to comment on it because it really was stark. It was remarkable. So maybe, hell, even the network may have some suggestions flowing from Jordan on all of that. We'll see. We will see. But I did those two ads. I'm trying to remember amidst my scramble. I did talk about Don Serber, and we talked about General Flynn. I'm issues. I want to quickly take a look one of the things I definitely wanted to do was paying attention to my Twitter followers like Ezra. You know, what is Ezra tweeting about, if anything, these days? What is Mike Pompeo tweeting about, if anything, these days? Those are important to me, and I see that Pompeo has a tweet. Great to be with the Reaganites in York County, South Carolina. You know, another thing I was going to do was I saw an article. The Florida legislature is about to wrap up. You know, I'm a DeSantis fan, and I don't care what anybody says about his approach right now and what he's doing. Irrelevant to me. I'm a DeSantis fan. He's been a tremendously good governor. And I just read it. Maybe I should read. I don't think we pay enough attention to how they are trying to discuss him. To me, that has always been important. If you read my schedule F imperative, I went to this government document, government publication, because it really tells you what scares the hell out of them. You allow them to speak to you. You have to be discerning to understand what they're saying behind what they're saying. And so I saw this little wrap up of the Florida legislature. And I thought this might be interesting to read on the Rattler Gator Report. You know, it's a quick little article, and maybe I will do that. Yeah, there it is. So let me see if I can pull this up and share the screen. And as we're about to hit our 3/4 mark, no, I don't want to listen to it. You know, all these ads, all these sites, they try and capture you. And I don't want that. But anyway, let me share this screen. Present the tab. I guess I could play the audio, you know. How long does it say the audio is? I don't know. That's probably their live broadcast, and I don't want that. But anyway, DeSantis celebrates wins at the end of busy legislative session. All right. On the day he took office, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis vowed to pursue an agenda that would heal the state's political divisions. In an op-ed, he vowed to prioritize environmental protection, the economy, and education, and he highlighted the diverse bipartisan group of qualified individuals he hired for his administration. It is time for our state to come together, he declared in the January 2019 piece. On Friday, more than 4 years later, DeSantis is set to conclude a legislative session that establishes him as perhaps the most aggressive and accomplished conservative governor in the nation's bitter culture wars, just as he prepares to enter the 2024 presidential contest as a top rival to former President Donald Trump. Intensifying a hard right shift that began during the pandemic. Now, understand something, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I mean about reading them and discerning what they're trying to say behind what they're saying. They're saying he made a hard right shift that began during the pandemic. And this is a founding member of the Freedom Caucus. I don't think he made a hard right shift, but they need to have a narrative. Okay. So, hey, began during the pandemic, the 44-year-old Republican governor in recent weeks pushed the limits of divisive cultural battles over abortion, LGBTQ rights, sex education, guns, immigration, and diversity. And in most cases, backed by Republican supermajorities in Florida's legislature, he won. Now, these aren't divisive cultural battles he's pushing. He's fighting back against the divisive bullshit they've been forcing. Okay? This is the point where we have to know how to read these damn things. DeSantis in recent weeks signed a law to ban abortion at 6 weeks of pregnancy and another to allow people to carry concealed guns without a permit. He expanded what critics call his Don't Say Gay law. Why are we using something the critics call it? That now blocks classroom instruction about sexual orientation and gender identity for all grades. Remember now, when this thing started, they were banning it in the lower grades. This year, all grades. Kudos to the Florida legislature and Ron DeSantis. And in the coming days, he will sign a law banning diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in state colleges, along with another bill that prevents students and teachers from being required to use pronouns that don't correspond to someone's sex. The governor has also used the power of his office to seize partial control of Disney World, one of his state's largest employers, which spoke out against the Don't Say Gay law. And as the 2024 presidential contest heats up, he's eager to celebrate his accomplishments. Now, that's all I'm going to read, but you see what I'm saying. This is a very effective governor. They are trying to somehow say he's come under sway of some mean and evil cabal, hard right people, which is nonsense. And they don't even mention his tremendously large victory in the most recent election for governor. They totally want to focus on he's come under control of something. And then, you know, they mention these Republican donors who are pushing him, financing him, etc. My theory, again, I just remember how much our adversaries, when I was on Twitter getting a lot of response, and I was doing the very stable genius thing, oh my goodness, did they hate the fact that we kept saying Donald Trump was a very stable genius. Drove them crazy. And so this is yet another indication of his genius to me. I mean, he is soaking up these idiots. And he's using Ron DeSantis as his stalking horse. And they just don't have any choice. Again, one of the things on Monday I want to show you through the Dawson S. Field tweets is a furtherance of my theory on what's going on in terms of the battle plan and what they utilize so much. And so much of it is back at you bitches, okay? When you start looking for that kind of manifestation of action, and it so often flows in a back at you bitches, this is what y'all have done for decades. We're doing it better now, and we're tossing it back in your freaking direction, okay? That's what is happening here, and it should give us tremendous confidence. General Flynn, of course, cannot sit there and say what the hell I'm saying. He has to sound the alarm because it's a necessary alarm and a proper alarm. We are a small group. The vast majority of Americans out there have no clue still what's really going on. They just see craziness. They know craziness when they see it. They're just trying to figure out what the hell is going on and why in the hell is it going on? So our adversaries have some alternative that they want because they recognize the success Trump has had. They want an alternative ready. This was my tremendous disappointment with what Victor Davis Hanson said the other day, still hoping he was merely espousing what those folks believe, not what he believes. I don't know, but yeah, they don't want Ron DeSantis. Trust me when I tell you, these people in Florida who they hate him. They hate him. So yeah, they don't want Ron DeSantis. I still believe they want Nikki Haley on one side, they want RFK Jr. on the other side. Can you kind of sort of see the uniparty cohesion in all of that? That's what they want to see, to me. So let me address my last two ads. Wow, 200x, thank you so much. Thank you so much for continuing to hang in there with us, Sports Talk included. Ads. I have to remember. Okay. First ad is our new sponsor, the Wellness Company. Are you worried about spike proteins and how they may impact your health? Are you looking for health, but you don't know what to do? The Wellness Company has an answer in the form of their clean, pure, all-natural spike support formula developed by experts like Dr. Peter McCullough. The Wellness Company's spike support includes incredible nattokinase, dandelion root, black sativa extract, green tea, and Irish sea moss. Even better, spike formula by the Wellness Company is vegan. It's gluten-free, and it's made right here in the USA. So you know that you can trust and rely on it if you are concerned about spike proteins. Buying American-made naturalistic ingredients of this quality separately costs over $100. The Wellness Company's spike formula is only $65.99. Go to spikedefend.com to order spike support today and use promo code BADLANDS for 10% off. That's spikedefend.com, promo code BADLANDS, for peace of mind if you are concerned about spike proteins. All right, and the final up, our long-term advertising supporters, Benson Honey.
Benson Honey Farms delivers raw honey straight from the hive to your table. It is their mission to provide you the best raw honey at the lowest prices possible. By not pasteurizing, overheating, or filtering their honey, Benson Honey Farms ensures that all of its natural pollen and enzymes stay in the honey for maximum health benefits. So cut out the middleman and go straight to the source. Visit BensonHoneyFarms.com and use the rep code BADLANDS to place your order today. That's BensonHoneyFarms.com, rep code BADLANDS.
All right, and I do love that product, and when I do this month long, that's going to be one of the difficulties of trying to test the no sugar. Yeah, that's a favorite product of mine, and I hope it is of you too. So as we get ready to close out the show, I want to get back to your comments, and there's no way I'm going to be able to. You've made so many. Darth, you moderate on Telegram. Really? Fantastic. I had no idea that was the case. Kinship, you're planning on having your own. Fantastic. I think that would be great. Kim Garner drives me freaking crazy. There's a black component. Look, you know why there's a black component to my frustration. When I just think about us as a can-do people in this country, making a way out of no way for decades. And then at this moment when we have greatest opportunity, greatest freedom, etc., you get this kind of stupidity. I just want to do some, oh man. These state attorneys, is what we call them in Florida, district attorneys, I guess, elsewhere in much of the country. They were a weak link that Soros and the invisible enemies saw, and they took great advantage of it because, look, the Democrats have become so much of a municipal party, and they've done such a fantastic job of training foolishness into Black thought leaders, Black political leaders, even the Black church. It's hurtful. It's really hurtful to see these bedrocks that we had been able to rely upon, we can't rely on them. And I see stuff, about the military tribunal. I don't think so. As I said, when they tell you in Q the military is the only way, you know damn well that's not the only way. That is bait to put out there, make them think in a certain direction, and it's not going to be in the direction they think. More than likely, it's not going to be that. Happy to be wrong as long as it's successful. Yeah, I don't want to get started on this King Charles thing. I love the British, the history that was bestowed upon us, but I'm not an Anglophile. I look at them squarely and recognize so much. When I think about, the East India Company, when I think about City of London Incorporated, I did find myself liking this queen they had. This guy, Charles, and Americans sitting up there giving titles to British people, talking about Lord this and Lord that. Get the hell out of my face with that crap. You're an American. Act like you understand what that means. Yeah, it is Semitic, Maggie. So true. Their terminology, they just lie. They lie. I won't even get on the Russian stuff because the Russians have taught them how to lie like that. And so it goes. But next week will be different. I'm going to walk through some of these tweets. I'm going to walk through some of my Substacks. I'm going to hopefully communicate on current affairs. And one way or the other, we will make our way through and have some enjoyment in the morning as we drink our coffee for a few more days. I think maybe June is my birth month, and that may be the month where I go sugar-free. But for now, I'm going to keep drinking my coffee flavored with Benson honey. Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Stay tuned. The network is getting better and better every week. I don't want to say consume all the product. I can't. But we do appreciate you consuming a variety of product put out by Badlands Media. We are greatly appreciative of our dedicated core group of viewers. You are tremendously important to us, and we want you to know that. Okay? Hang in there, and I will see you next week. Later, Gators.